Good morning, class.
Good
Good
morning.
morning,
Morning, sir.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing
Doing good.
fine,
Good.
thank you.
Okay, so today I'm gonna be teaching you guys about the topic communication features in smartphones. And the skill that we'll be focusing on today will be your speaking skill. Okay, next. So, to start our lesson today, I will ask you guys a question. So, what is this? Can anyone tell
That's an
me?
iPhone, sir.
iPhone.
Smartphone.
Yeah,
Smartphone.
smartphone. Can you guys tell me what kind of features does smartphone has? So, what can it do?
It can use to call people, call your friends
More other
and
than that?
your family.
Social media.
Texting.
Yes. Is there any more?
Taking
Record
pictures.
videos.
Mm. Okay, so some of you guys said calls and some of you guys say social media. So what does all of that have in common? So what can it do? So all of these features can be used as a means of
It's a means of communication.
Communication.
yes,
Station.
communication. Good job. Okay, so with that in mind, we can move on to the next part. Okay. So now I'll be showing you guys the communication features in smartphones. So if you guys can see my arrow here, so I want to ask you guys, so what is this first communication feature here? Can anyone tell me?
Is that texting, sir?
Yes, texting. Lokman, can you give some examples of the applications in smartphones that can be used to text people?
For example, like WhatsApp and Telegram.
Okay, WhatsApp, Telegram. Now for the second one, do anyone know?
Calling.
Calling.
Calling. Yes, for example, like voice calls and video calls. So Diana, when do you usually use call for communication?
When I miss my mother, I will call her.
Yeah, that's good. Now you're making me sad. So now for the third communication features. So what are these applications? Can anyone tell me?
That is social media, sir.
Instagram.
Instagram, Twitter, or we can call it X now. So
X.
since the social media have a lot of features, right? How do you communicate with your friends? Shaira, can you tell me?
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat the question?
How can you use social media to communicate with your friends?
Through I always DM my friends on Instagram to
DM,
communicate.
yeah. Maybe another thing would be like sending picture or videos to update your friends. Okay, good. For the final one here, Anis.
Email.
Email.
Is that an email?
Yes. So Anis, when do you usually use email to communicate with other people?
Um, I use email when I want to ask my teacher about something formal.
Yeah. So emails can only be used for formal users. Usually people use it in formal settings, like sending messages to your lecturers or teachers. Okay. So now you guys know the communication features in smartphones. So next, so now I will proceed to the activities for today's lesson. So I will assign you guys to pair. For two pairs. So for the first pair, it will be Lokman and Anis, and for the second pair will be Shahira and Diana. So I will be giving you guys around 30 seconds to 1 minute to discuss with your partner. So in this activity, you guys have to collectively choose one of the two options here for your pair. For example, in the first pair, Lokman and Anis, you guys have to choose which one is better as a means of communication. And you guys have to present your work after I give you some times to discuss with your partner. And then you guys also have to state it. Why do you think WhatsApp is better, for example, if you choose it? And why do you think Instagram is lacking as a communication app compared to WhatsApp? And same as goes for the second pair too. Okay, so now I'll give you guys around 30 to 1 minutes, 30 seconds to 1 minute to discuss with your partner. So you guys have to choose only one of the two. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
So if you guys have any question, you can just ask me, okay? Remember, you guys have to state why you choose the app, the communication, and why is it better compared to the other one. And you guys also have to give the reason why the other one won't be chosen by you guys. Please tell me if you guys already done with your discussions.
Okay, sir. We are done. Me and
Okay.
Anis were done.
Okay. Since you guys are the first pair, maybe you can go first. Okay, tell
Okay.
me, which one do you think is better between WhatsApp and Instagram as a communication?
So,
WhatsApp.
we have chosen the more uh,
Superior.
superior application as form of communication would be WhatsApp, sir.
Okay, can you tell me why some of the things WhatsApp have maybe Instagram don't have?
So, for example, WhatsApp is a much more private and secure compared to Instagram because it provide a higher sense of security. For example, like you cannot easily screenshot someone else's profile picture
Oh,
or
okay.
one-time photos, for example, sir.
Mm,
Yes, and then because WhatsApp also enable file sharing, you can use WhatsApp to share files or anything with your friends. For example, like homeworks or assignments or tests or everything. Compared to Instagram, which only enable you to share any form of audio or visual, but you cannot share anything like files, which is much more important.
thanks for the input, Lokman. Very informative. So,
Welcome.
Anis, do you have any points to add on regarding?
Uh,
Yeah.
I think that's all from
Oh,
us.
thank you. So, is the second pair ready?
Yes.
Okay, now you
Yes,
can
sir.
start presenting. Okay, go ahead.
For us, we choose calling because, in my opinion, it when we call the person, it can avoid misunderstanding because usually when you texting, the other person usually can misread the text.
What about Shaira? Do you have?
In my opinion, calling is better than messaging because calling makes us feel nearer to the person that we talk to instead of messaging, that we just read the text only.
Do you mean it is easier to tell your feelings or express your feelings in call compared to what?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I think that's all for our activity. So next, okay, before I conclude our lesson today, I want to ask you guys which feature do you find most useful and why? So between the communication features that I told you, I teach you, for example, like social media and like voice and like calls, text messaging, email, which one do you find most useful and tell me the reason why? So Lokman, can you tell me?
In my opinion, sir, I feel like the most useful would be social media. Uh-huh.
Care
Because
to explain why?
social media, first of all, it is pretty versatile. You can use it as a platform for sharing, for texting, and even for calling, sir.
Mm,
So it's like all in one kind of platform for me.
so we can communicate in various ways lah. What you trying to
Yes,
say?
yes. You can use for various purposes.
Mm, okay, I think next. Okay, so now that we have come to the end of our lesson, I will state our learning outcomes. So at the end of the lesson, students should be able to, sorry the typo here, a typo. Name at least 3 communication features of smartphones used for communication. Second, describe specific communication features of smartphones. And the final learning outcomes is explain the advantages of the chosen communication feature of smartphones. I think you guys did well today, and I think you guys deserve a round of applause. Can you please give a round of applause to yourself?
Yay. Sir,
Okay.
you don't have any reward for us, sir. We did well for today's class.
Uh, I think you can private message me later. Maybe I can give you something.
Yay. Thank you, sir.
But okay. Next. So, alright. Before I let you go for homework, I want you guys to pick the best social media do you think that is the best for communication purposes, and I want you guys to present it to your class in the next lesson, the next class. Okay. So I think that's all for today. Thank you for joining me, and thank you. Thank you everyone.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.